point, and that should be the game. As long as they can get a sight line here on bridge, it should be over, and map 1 will be going to Mindfreak. There's one more player in a position to maybe make a play. It's going to be Arcides. Arcides gets there in time for a moment, but that's it. Mindfreak strike first in game 1. And it's interesting it happens on Castle Road with them having to break, because the first 2 times they were the ones set up early. They were in cruise control for the most part on that particular hard point, but the time they had to break, it works out because you have the streaks on Dens. And wow, what a performance. What did his streak hit? Seven or so?
I think it was 7 or so. I was trying to little cube, and he's going to do the same once again right now. We've got Clay watching the back, watching the bunker. Great setup for United to win.
What are those rooms called? Those games where you go with your friends, you have to try and like break out of them? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
What are the? I can't remember
like a break room? Or?
Yeah. Something like, that's what I thought Fido was in for. How do I get out of here? He's throwing grenades at himself. Oh, Shoxo, nice gunfight. When as he hits the edge last.
Oh wow, it comes down to a 1v1. I didn't expect this. Getting distracted. Arcides caught off guard, and Dens and the boys are Mindfreak.
Wow. No, Felony's got an opening here. Felony's got an opening. He should have a gunfight. There it is. Felony's able to find the pick. Now 3 on 2. The one-man advantage is falling apart for the side of Mindfreak, but they are getting the bomb planted. This is a very winnable 2v3.
I'm wondering how Mindfreak are going to set up in this 2v3, because there's a lot of lanes to watch. Dens has got the back. He's going to kind of have to get a lot of this, because Bozo has just got kind of the cabin pressure. Smoke coming in. Smoke at this time is crucial to have. Oh, bad timing for Bozo, but he's going to clean up. That's going to be 1. The dive comes across. It may be the bait and switch. 2v2. Bozo anticipates Clayster. Why is he not behind the bomb? Clayster takes him out. Dens answers back. 1v1. It's all going down at the cabin wall. Just 15 seconds. He doesn't need to. But Fellow is going to find it. He's going to get the defuse. It's almost mirrored from the previous round, but this time E United come out on top.
And they want to hit through. Quick from Bell. Fellow able to find the first blood. He's got 3 here, but will get traded out almost instantly. The push seems to dissolve for a moment at B. It's going to be Christini getting some information mid-map. Stun is out. And now look at this. You have like 1. It's like they're playing for a pick. You have 1 kind of lurking towards B. I thought 1 was going to hit A. No, they're going to fly mid-map. So Pristini's going. Pristini, is he going to get picked from ramp? Can we see the vision of Fida? Okay. I don't think he's going to be able to take that one-on-one. He's going to need some help. It looks like they want to isolate B, and he's going to wait for the player on the cross.
Clay's found 1 up top as well. Clay could find the second, and it's going to be the last here. 2v2. Bozo and Fida. Bozo manages to get away. But again, they've given up the bomb site completely. That 35 seconds is going to turn into 45.
At least Buzzo's alive, though. Buzzo dies there, and you're probably done. But now you have a 2-on-2, and the retake's certainly possible. So this is what they did last time. Now, they had 3 players up last time. They got the bomb plant, and they pushed and played this same position from Bell. My question is Mindfreak going to be ready for it this time? If they knew they did it last time, can they find it? Fight up. Just got spotted. The re-challenge comes. It's all on Buzzo.
And Buzzo was basically anticipating for Fida to do something. If he does, great. If he doesn't, he's kind of screwed. E United looking to close this one out. Buzzo in a world of trouble. He's going to fall, and E United this time will come up clutch with the round 11 victory and tie the series up 1-1. That'll be a big sigh of relief after how the hard point went. Up next is obviously CTF, and again,
he's starting to get there as well. 1 snuck through, though, through Cole. So Dan's gotten behind enemy lines. I'm not sure if that was a miscommunication or a lack of vision, but they want to call on a streak right now to deal with it. They're able to hurt him and not pick up the kill. That's not the way in which you want to have to use your glide bomb, or 2 glide bombs now. He's going to actually opt to go on the other side and open up Pristini to grab this flag instead of maybe going for the flag carry and opening up for the return. So they're going to get the flag out, make sure that Mindfreak's not able to score for now. Dens is going to call on the counter streak now with the fighter pilot. He's got them pinned inside a fire, at least for the moment, so they can't do anything behind it. A big one-on-one happens on the other side of the map near the United flag that Shox is actually able to win. This is nuts. Yeah, this is insane. Pristini's going to run into trouble, and I think Fellow's just too far away. A dive will come in, the return will go down, the flag will be captured, and there's still 3. That flag is home, it's dry. And Mindfreak. I need to go back and watch some of this. Like, I'm not sure if this is like a conscious effort on E United to not worry about picking up Cole. So now look at it. Now you see Fellow wrapped all the way back and check Cole. A couple times they didn't worry about it, just worried about water and mid-map control. No one was checking it. Both times players were able to get through. And it's spelled disaster for United. Clay should surely pull. He's going to grab it. The question is, can they take out Shox? Shox is mid-map. They need to find him.
He's going to be on those stairs. He should be able to find Clay. Can he get the return as well? Yes, he can. Shocks comes up clutch. Denzi's going to take him out. It's a 4th down, so we're probably going to see that flag go again.
They got to get a score here. If they're down 2 with just over 90 seconds, this needs to be a score. They should know they're okay because they pushed water and Clayster spawned out Cole. So they know they're safe to get this home. They can work on the rally. This is where the rally could come. Clayster with the first kill. Pristini finds another. There's 2 now towards the back box. Ah, he's so weak. There's the finish. And this is the rally. This should be a tie game in a matter of moments. What a sequence here from E United.
Can it be worse than a tie game? That's the question. Maybe
that's true. That's true.
Pristini and Austin.
They're giving it up.
Are still there.
Giving it up.
They're overextended.
It's all on fellow.
Clayster, he's confirming that they OE'd, they overextended. Now these kills are crucial. The flag is out. However, this could actually be a counter cap for Mindfreak. The numbers favor them. Osties doesn't make the kill, and now it's in limbo. 50 seconds, Maven. This is going to be an exciting end to the game.
This could be everything right now. There's a return so close on the other side, but I think Fellow dies just before he can return. Buzzo's like, I'm home free. Sorry, buddy. Pristini is waiting in the corner. 35 seconds down the clock. Fido looking for an opening. Unfortunately, he runs into the wall of E United on the back line. Now a push on the other side. It's Pristini's turn. Pristini gets some help from Arcides. The brother duo hitting it. Arcides gets the touch. Arcides is out. Arcides has help. 20 seconds. Plenty of time to get there. The 4-2 lead from Mindfreak is gone. And E United now ahead 5-4, and they've just got to hold on for the final seconds.
Final 5 comes in, and E United, they're going to lock down the barrel building. The glide bomb comes in. The Twins do it again over by the enemy flag. This time it's a lot closer. It's 5-4, not 5-0. Mindfreak are going to be so frustrated with that because they played Tainted Minds yesterday and got swept on it. This time they came out hot. They had a 4-2 lead. It looked great. I will say there were mishaps from E United as well. There were mistakes. The streaks were crazy. Not only get these 5 seconds, but he can now push through. For me, you rotate, you push in. Mindfreak are not out of this. I was about to count them out as statue, but they've just held the whole thing and the crane to go down. Fighter needs to go big. 3 fall as well. Now the pressure comes in. It's Arcides, it's Clayster pushing forward. A big 1v1, but Dens holds on. Fellow, the key man. He's gonna fall as well.
They did this in stage 1. I can't remember the opposition, but they had to have a perfect holded statue in Main Street. Down huge, and they were able to do it. They're trying desperately again, but it's E United that's in, and there's Mindfreak spawning out. The late game heroics for Mindfreak, not enough. Too little, too late. And E United get the 3-1 victory, but you saw a little bit, I think, of a sigh of relief from Clayster. He knows how scary that got down the stretch.
Yeah, it really did. And credit to Mindfreak for not only staying in this. I was kind of toning down my voice. I was ready to wrap things up. I was like, okay, where are we going? Crane? No,
I remembered,
Crane.
I had literal deja vu. I couldn't, if someone on Twitter, if you remember what series that was, and I remember it was Docs, they had to be perfect on Statue and Main Street, and they did it and came down. They were down like 80 or something and came back and won. Or I just made the whole thing up, Momo. It's one of those.
This game is over.
Yeah, that was an impressive gunfight win from John. Just jumping out of that top gate box and just rips Nimble out of beer as he was set up working towards some streaks. But yeah, Momo, you called it. This game, it's just about over. Only 3 more points here for Luminosity to close out map number 1. And there's that final tick. It was a pretty slow start for Luminosity, all things considered, but thanks to a heroic performance from Slack, John and JCap also heat up towards the tail end of the game. They're able to build the lead that winds up winning them the game. Luminosity now up 1-0.
Yeah, and again, kind of before the series started, I said the 2 players I want to see more from is Slacked and Formal. Slacked performed.
Over towards this B-bomb site. Nimble's going to get spotted out. Slacked, he's going to quickly move in from the trade, but coming around the flank, it's going to be Swifty. The opportunity could have been there as he took down JCap. Slack knows his positioning, expecting the flank. Swifty's going to reposition, reassess the situation. As both players could actually run into each other over towards the A-bomb site. Of course, airborne hunker for Swifty means he has to take things a little bit more slowly. Slacked, he's got armored energetic, so he's also loud. But it looks like he might commit to this plan over at the B-bomb site with roughly 20 seconds remaining. Swifty could come up right behind him. This might be an easy kill for him to make. Depends on where Slack wants to go with this. Backs up in towards maps.
Oh my goodness.
Does Swifty know he's here? Does he hear him?
I think he does. And you can see how slow number 1 is moving back and forth. He's kind of pre-aiming.
You just see the arrows on the mini-map.
Slacked a little bit. Oh, sometimes you don't need to take the good fight.
Don't challenge. Why would you stay there? You could back up. He has to go for the defuse. Time is on your side. Slack doesn't have to stick around for that long. Maybe feeling a bit overconfident going up against Swifty, but it's with these two.
Yeah, it was Formal who picks up the important kill previously and doesn't get traded. This time Slacked is going to be punished for peeking out a little bit too much here. JCap's on the flank and Formal's looking to wrap round.
Spots him. Easy shots for Formal. Now it's a 1v2 for Swifty.
I'd expect Swifty to maybe try and grab this bomb. He's very close to it, but it looks like he's going on the hunt. He's been spotted. Cap says no, that's going to be round number 6. Luminosity Gaming are going to take the map, go 2-0 up in the series. But again, pushed a little bit towards the end
of this series. Luminosity, the better team going into this one. They should be winning this one 3-0, as that's a nice 3-piece from Slack to close this one out. And just like you were talking about, what seems like 20 seconds ago, now everybody on Luminosity over 20 kills.
Yeah, Slack actually steals the top Slayer there. Everyone 21, Slack 22. Who cares who has the most kills? LG come out with a hot 3-0. Another victory under their belt. And for Formal, again, I think this is just confidence building. Yeah. These are the games which, you know, very well could go the other way. Let's say yesterday and maybe lose one and that play in his mind. But they're getting the victories and they're growing as a squad. So when they maybe go up against Rise a little later on, very, very tough. Do they give them a good run for their money? I think so. It's one to watch. It's obviously our 5th game of the day, but from myself and Revan and Tainted Minds and Luminosity, that's going to close things out here. I wanted more from Slacked and Formal in this series. I think, you know, I'm happy with the way they performed.
Yeah, Slacked had a massive map 1.
48-96. They're back in the hard point here at Main Street. Contested, though, by Ricky for a moment. Ricky gets peeled, and Shawnee lining him up with the bar. I'll tell you what, sometimes it is hard for me to understand why you don't always see a 2-bar setup on this map, man. It has been not...
How are Sensor and Ricky going to perform? And you can see it now. Not the best performances out of Dashy and Blast, but still, you have Ricky at -9. You have Sensor at -9. That just can't happen. And this is against a Unilad team. We're not talking Rise, Luminosity, Optic.
And Sensor and Ricky are two guys just, you know, for most of their careers, I've taken flack for that type of thing.
Yes.
You talk about just the stats they're able to put up. And we know it's not everything, but when you have two on the same team, it might become a little bit trickier. No, definitely rely on maybe Dash and Blast to pick it up, but
I gotta find that stat. There was some ridiculous record JP put out where, like, throughout stage 2, basically the team that outslayed won like 98%. No, just recently.
Oh, for the 2 weeks.
Two.
Okay.
Yeah, throughout stage 2, it was something ridiculous. Like 95% of games where they outslayed. Like, we talk about it a lot. Yes, KD doesn't matter. There's always going to be important kills, but it definitely helps. It helps.
It does. It does. Unilad just 9 more points to seal the deal, but Dashy wants none of it, despite the fact that there is an artillery on the front side of this hard point. Complexity is still in, soaking up time, and Dashy continues to get it done with that machine pistol before finally dropping. Unilad now back in the hard point. Sensor's going to be the guy there to maybe shut it down. He's able to win on one-on-one that gets them out for a moment. At least make sure they don't get a couple more points onto this. But this is kind of similar to what Mind Freak's position was. Like, they need basically a perfect holded statue and then a flawless transition to Main Street. Granted, I think they had a little bit more than 8 seconds to work with their opposition, but it's doable. It's doable. You have the setup right now to do this. You just have to be perfect.
It definitely is. I don't know if there's any more streaks on Unilad, so that could definitely help them as well. Let's see, how is Unilad going to break this? That helps. That first kill. Now it starts the trades. Now you have a 3 versus 2. Zed, though, he's just trying to stay alive. Now it's on Wuskin, and he finds both of those kills. He's not going to be able to get this time, as the reinforcements for Complexity are going to be there. But this will allow his team some freedom to pick, you know, get pushed up. But it's just Zed. As 3 more players fall. This is getting a little bit scary here. Zed trying to stay alive, not able to do so. And you see where Unilad is spawning so far out.
So far out. But Complexity have got to be perfect here. They've got the setup. Pushing through Lights is Blast, but he's going to lose that one-on-one to Zed as he comes out. They lose one at mid-cut as well, and suddenly it's Alex kind of flying forward.
Yeah, he's going to be staggered. Yeah, they're staggered right now. You can see 3, and then there's Alex in the back. This is going to take a good push out of Unilad. If you're Complexity, you have a chance.
The 100-point lead, all but a distant memory right now. Complexity still fighting. They can technically win it here off of this hard point. you think Unilad's going to be able to contest or at least get him out with nades at some point, but that point hasn't come yet. There's one tucked away in a corner, which is going to be Alex. He's able to come out and pop. There's 2 kills for him. Cincer's the only man. Cincer has to be a hero, but not able to do it as he's faced with a 1-on-3 in the hard point. And Unilad, much like our first series of the day for E United, they were able to survive a scare. It just went a little too deep.
I think it might have missed.
It missed, yeah. I thought it looked like a second explosion went off, just a little bit deep. Nades coming in from the offense as well. On the bomb is Alex, and Alex's head is gone. Zed is up next. Dashy's trying to quick scope him, but with the shots coming in, they know he's not on it. Trying to bait him to him. Trying to bait him. This could work. This could work. They're lining up for Zed. Zed fries both. And Zed gets the defuse. He played that brilliant.
Idea to use the bar up there, right? It's so close. Just takes 3 bullets. That's an easy kill on a Shawnee. Dashy now. He has some help from Ricky now. Just like that, it's Zed now in a 1.
He's behind the team, though. There's 2. He sees a 3rd up top. That's a tough gunfight. Just back down. He's a sniper. Oh, he's a sniper. Hits the shot. Zed already clutched in the 1v2. Now trying to do it in the 1v4.
Oh, he's got no time.
There's no time to. Oh, my God. I wasn't looking at the clock at all. I saw him hit that snipe, and I was like, oh, my God, he's going to do this. Oh, my God.
That was disgusting.
Oh, yeah. It was so.
I looked up, and I was like, damn, 2 seconds.
I wasn't even thinking about the clock. General Zod.
Well, Dashy gets another first blood.
That's Zed's new nickname.
But Zed, he gets another kill. He's at 15 out of 4 spree, almost gets another. But Dashy is literally not missing. He has 15, 3 snipes already on the round.
What a ridiculous performance from Zed of Unilad and Dashy.
This is why we were so excited at this map.
Get me a round 11. Just get me to a round 11.
We're going.
It's all on Wuskin.
Give him the ace. Watch this.
Pop!
He's not missing.
It does not look fun to play against whatsoever.
No.
So anyone watching, and Dashy's still dealing with that.
There we go. There it is. There he is. He crosses. There's a pressure. Blastwell gets a kill. The bomb isn't down as well, but Zed's there to trade. Nate goes in. Do they hit anything in Zed in such a tough spot? But he just ducks down. Oh, my God. Nice shots on Ricky. 3v2 now. 20 seconds left.
Oh, Ricky beamed. Wuskin, though, can't hit the shot. 3v2, bomb is planted.
Just go to the back, right? You don't have to do this. Just back up.
And the one time you'd love a sniper on Dashy, maybe to pick him in the back. You don't have it here.
Wuskin just needs to play his life. There we go. Find Sensor.
It's all on Dashy. And he's gone. Unilad survive the comeback.
That was a fun one.
That was fun. Yeah. That was fun. I mean, well, actually, they survived the comeback in both maps, really, right? Like, Complexity finally starts to come alive. That was a treat. Some crazy snipes, some crazy clutches. A clutch that I was excited. 3L, not going to get it here. Complexity will live to see another map.
So good job by Complexity. The reverse sweep, it's on now. If you are those guys, we'll have to see what that next map is. Do you remember what the 4th hardpoint was?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I remember the first 3 maps. That was it.
The game could end here. Zed, he's pushed up at the fire tank. That's Shawnee on the hill. Oh, Alex, right next to you. There's a player that just spawned up. Doesn't expect that Sensor, gets that nade. Are we going to rotate over towards this cave hill? Looks like we potentially can. Just 10 more seconds needed. Shawnee, though, he's able to find 2. Can't find the 3rd, but they're still putting pressure on East Road. They may try to end it right there.
They got in. Okay, now they can't win it here, so this is all going to be on cave. Complexity.
Oh, Dashy found the timing, though. He gets the cabin. This is a big kill. Able to find 1. Can he find the 2nd? Nice shots on the Shawnee, but Zed's there. But Ricky's in the hill.
Here we go.
With the split spawn. The split spawn from Wuskin. The split spawn comes in. Complexity's out of place.
Ricky gets picked in the back. Now Alex doing what he can for Unilad at mid-map. Unilad's in the hard point. 5 more points needed. They are all over the map right now. Complexity can't get there in time. The kills come through. 3-1 to Unilad as they hold on in the hard point after coming back from down. I don't know what the biggest deficit was, but
it was a lot. I would love if we can. Can we show the final scoreboard?
Yeah, if we can see it, just because I am curious how much Blast kind of slowed down over the course of the. I think the best I saw was like 31-16, somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah.
And as he slowed down, it was what? Zed.
and even taking these gunfights, they need the full setup, but the artillery's there. So if Swifty uses it correctly, which, I don't know, it depends on how the gunfights go. If they lose these on their first attempt to break, you put it right on top of the hill, but if you manage in these next couple seconds to get a couple down, you could use it offensively and you can just win the game.
This might be the first hard point we see Optic set up at first, as they've been enjoying the breaks and the scrap time. Now they have the early setup, but the problem is you got a streak. Artillery is going to come in. Method should be cleared out of the hard point momentarily, unless he's able to tuck back into a corner and somehow survive this. Finally, he will drop. 3 are going to be down. They're still spawning safe. There wasn't enough pressure on the front line there from Tainted Minds to spawn him out. And Scump doing what he can mid-street. Scump, though, will finally fall. Tainted Minds only need 19 more points here. One just ran up the front. Nimble just ran up the front and got inside. Swifty's able to put a couple shots in as well. No one's getting time at the hard point. But as Swifty drops, finally, a bit of control now for Optic Gaming. They can win it here, but still some streaks on Tainted Minds.
Yeah, so the question is, they're going to get to what, 233, but a player is going to be able to funnel right in the back, so absolutely, they can win. Tainted Minds has to go, and Optic Gaming, they have a lot of options. They could just, well, win the gunfights or rotate to next. Damage is coming to the back. He's going to have to pick up like 2. The pinch is in, a player's going mid-cut, 2 in the front. They all go down, the 4-man wipe. Optic, they let it get interesting, but they close it down in the end. To take a not-so-comfortable win against Tainted Minds.
Yeah, I mean, Optic got up early. They were up 50, 60 points early in the game, and then they seemed content with the gaming. And then we can go to a commercial break, and I can reset my brain. Crim6, nice shots there. Nade kill as well. 4 on 2. Swifty and Swiftazor eliminated. Optic Gaming take over late in that game, too, and win it 6-3.
Well, that's a game. That is certainly a game. Good stuff to Optic Gaming. You were concerned about maybe their S&D. Or actually, you weren't concerned. You thought it was going to be good. Yeah.
Curious, yeah.
Better, but yeah, they beat the Frosted Tips squads.
And one of them inside a bunker. Octane just tries to grab that and hit the cross. Scump will punish at the end, but it was a 2-on-4 kind of in that position, and it's been over for quite some time.
Yeah, so any major takeaways from the entire series, though? Like, I think maybe you could say it's a point of concern from the hard point, but at the same time, the hard point was just weird. The entire game, they just never won a rotation.
I just don't know if they were worried about it. I think they knew they were a superior team, and they knew that if they needed to take control at any time, they'd be able to, and Optic come out with what you expected they would. A 3-0 over Tainted Minds. Optic, I mean, we'll see their first real test. What is that, end of day tomorrow, right? Versus LG.
I mean, Unilad, I think, in a certain capacity, at least for.
As well, TJ's going to find Formal. We are going to go to ventilation, but you already have Gunless and Looney set up. So you have another 3 versus 3 for ventilation control. TJ, he's able to pick up the elbow. Can't find the second and slacked, but LG, they have to get it in. Just 3 more seconds needed for Rise Nation. I think that's going to do it. Rise, take map 1.
Yeah, and once again, a really, really star-studded performance. Rise Nation, I feel, had the rotations locked down. They got broke a lot,
yeah,
and that was the sheer slaying power of LG, but I feel Rise were always that one step ahead. Looney with another great game, I believe +7 overall. We have 30+ kills for sure in the hands of some of those Rise players, but I love that bait and switch. TJ and Looney. TJ probably took damage from John, so he baits himself back out. Formal is going to take him out here. Looney means Formal is the last alive. Great shots from Formal onto Slasher.
Oh, and he almost predicted Looney's position as well. Now 1 versus 2. But yeah, I mean, Rise had a very similar setup as LG did in that round number 1 on their defense. They 3-stack B. And as you said, Looney and TJ, they bait and switch so well. You can see Rise, they're going to challenge this together. He's able to find one. Now 1 versus 1 for Gunless. Formal working on a 6th Street. This would be the ace as well. He's able to get it. Formal with the clutch. You can see the frustration right there on Gunless. But what a play from Formal. We wanted to see superstar Formal. Slack getting pumped up. Able to find both those players. What a clutch from that middle aggression. They're not going to hit B. TJ, he's going to peek it, but he knew that player was weak, but they're trying to go towards A. JCap, he's able to find 1, make that 2. Now you have Formal. He's in a 1 versus 1. JCap does go down.
Gunless knows. Gunless knows that the communication is there.
Oh,
Formal
yeah, but he plays it perfectly. He plays it perfectly. Yeah, he's in a spot. Formal. That should be the round in Rise Nation. They now take a 5-4 lead.
And again, great stuff overall for me. TJ, Slasher and Cap here. Can Rise Nation close it out here? TJ with another first blood, make it 5. You wanted to see him stay alive. I don't think he has any plans. He's got shot in the back. That's by a teammate. Slasher must have tagged him up now, and that could cost them dearly.
Yeah, Slack pushes up. Able to try that kill, but gunless. He finds another one. I feel like his mid-round picks have been so important with that STG. Able to find JCap. Formal now in a great spot, though. You know, he had such a fast start. What was it, like 9 kills in 3 or 4 rounds? And
yeah,
he slowed down big time. He's at 11. He's having a great game. John, not the best of games, but that's what happens at times in Search and Destroy. Formal trying to watch both angles. Know the pressure's in. Looney, though, backs him down. Yeah, and he's in trouble. Wins one on Slasher. But Gunless is there for the trade. Here comes Sight. Now in a 1v1. The pressure's on him. He dives behind the barrel. Not able to win it, though. And Rise Nation, they'll take a 2-0 lead.
And Joe, that for me, again, that 3v2 retake, I'm giving credit to Looney. That initial bait and switch where he pokes out, draws Formal's attention. Formal then turns and gets a beautiful kill. And I think it's Slasher who then, you know, denies him. Looney didn't really do anything but get that final kill. But for me, Looney was the catalyst because he was the one who poked out. He was the one who drew out the gunfire. Rise Nation, clutch up 2 minutes, 20 seconds. LG, I think if they put one more flag in, it'll be kind of a GG on that set.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I'm just going to stop speaking on that.
Woo!
Another team nade that stopped a flag pull previously. And we're going to see another one go down here. 4 down. This should be a flag cap. Number 1 is big here, and it's Gunless. And the reason why he can really set up for potentially a relay. It's going to be really hard to do. It's not like your London docks. But if Looney can continue and get streaks, you found one. But unfortunately, his teammates fell. That's going to be 2 down here. And we are going to see number 4. 4. He's on the flag. It's Looney.
What a nade, though, from
Oh,
Cap.
my God.
Oh, and he finds the second. Oh, he finds the third.
What is he doing?
He's doing what he wants. I mean, 19 and 16. He's on 4 in a row. Plus, the 2 biggest plays of the game, the flag scores have started with him. And he's been the playmaker for Luminosity.
I feel like that's the 3rd biggest play of the game because he just stopped a flag pull, which has basically won them the map. Luminosity are going to take this one 2-1. JCap finishing on a 6-kill streak.
God, he's good at CTF.
I need to watch that whole game back for JCap's individual plays.
LG's going to hit the scrap time, but they're going to have to break parking lot, and nobody's been able to do it yet.
TJ actually just denies like 7 seconds for LG as well, which is still really, really big. Rise need a perfect hold. Yes, there's no streaks. A minute on the hard point for Slack, John, Formal, Gunless, and TJ. This is an absolute monstrous game.
Okay, Slasher, he gets a good spawn, but this will allow the push from LG to go. But all 4 players here. Slasher in the back finds one on Formal. Just 20 more seconds needed. JCap does find one on Gunless. Slack finds another. When do Rise start to spawn out? There it is. There's that number 1 all the way across the map. But they have to go. And the swarm is coming in. But TJ and Looney, they're finding the kills that Rise needs. JCap has to challenge. He doesn't win it. And TJ and Looney, they are going to close this series up.
Get in the hard point.
There we go.
Flash is going to close it up as he jumps on in. But credit to TJ and Looney, the 2 players who maybe don't get the limelight as much as they deserve. Those are the 2 guys that held that parking lot so well after 2 players fell. It's a tough loss for Luminosity. The reverse sweep does not happen today. Rise Nation, they end with another victory. Not a perfect one, though. It's a 3-1 victory here over LG. But Merg, that's just a pleasure to cast over games like that.
No, it definitely was. And you can see Cap, he's a little frustrated. LG guys are a little frustrated. But 2 very close hard points where I felt there was just a few hills where Rise out-rotated LG, and it cost them the Search and Destroy